Hello, thank you for joining me for another video. Today I'm going to be taking my first steps into ACC. I've had a little bit of experience with this game, but not a hell of a lot, so I just wanted to talk about my first kind of impressions of the game, particularly from a VR point of view and from a person who races, let's say, less serious sims. I'm finding ACC a much more focused and dedicated driving experience, and it's really good in that respect. So I'm going to do a quick race around Monza in a Nissan GTR. I don't know how it's going to go, probably badly knowing me, but join me if you wish and I'll chit-chat away about my experiences with this title. See you in a bit. Okay, so here I am in the GTR. I am 7th on the grid, which you can't see because the HUD doesn't come through in the feed.
Stay double file.
Ignition on, let's get the car started. Clutch in first gear. Let's get rid of the... oh, the head's gone, that's cool. And we're starting to move away. Let's try and pull away without stalling it. So I'm really enjoying ACC at the moment. It's extremely good driving experience, I think, far better than a lot of things that I've played so far. Probably with the exception of Automobilista 2, which also drives very well. But I think this is slightly better.
Green light, go, go, go.
AI just getting the run on me off the start line. We're going to be carnage down at turn 1, so I'll try and be a little bit careful here.
Car on the right.
Stay over to the left.
Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I may have cut the Porsche a little bit behind me, but that doesn't matter. Me blokey told me I was clear, so I moved over. First gear is going to be a little too short for the exit of this, so go down to second, or up rather. I'm finding as well with ACC I'm having to concentrate a lot more. I think that becomes indicative of it being a much more sort of serious racing sim. And I'm enjoying that aspect of it as well, because it's encouraging me to drive better. Not like that. That was too wide coming into Ascari, and I slid out a little bit. Bit of understeer. So with other sims such as... I mean, I've played a lot of Project Cars 2. If you watch my channel, you'll see a lot of PC2 games. But in that title, I'm just dicking about half the time, whether in ACC it sort of encourages you to pay attention and do this properly. A bit of a good run coming out of Parabolica, and the BMW has decided to get all up in my face, although no, he's staying there, which is good. Would help if I changed gear also. Too busy chattering. Nope, run out of steam.
Car on the left.
Right, this is, how's this going to work now? I'll just slot myself in here. Got a little bit of a biff from behind, but it's alright. One thing that did annoy me about this game when I first started playing it was the VR aspect. I tend to play stuff like this exclusively in VR. I don't have a screen set up in front of my rig here. And when I first loaded this up, the VR was awful. Really sort of just blurry and illegible. But most of that was solved by updating my graphics driver. And then it took me a little bit of time to tweak and tune some of the quality settings, but I got there in the end, and now it's not bad at all. I mean, the Unreal Engine doesn't run it as efficiently as, say, the Madness engine does, but you know, this is playable. This is good. Trailing the brakes on the way into Parabolica, just trying to feel where the grip is as I accelerate out of it. See if we can get past the BMW this time.
Clear on the left. Well done, mate. This is where you're crossing first.
I don't think so. I'm just going to stay here, but I'm not far enough forward, so I expect he's just going to
Car on the left.
cut me off unless I outbrake him.
Clear on the left.
Got to be careful here going through there because I had too much speed coming in. I didn't want to slow down too much, otherwise I thought the guy behind would have just biffed me and sent me around. Monza is a hell of a good fun track to race on. And if you think about it, it's mostly just straights and tight corners. There's only a couple of fast ones. That was a little bit too aggressive. And with a lot of
We are halfway through, not over yet.
vibration through the steering as the front tyres lose traction. Oof. so much detail in the force feedback as well. Just looking down there, my last lap time was a 1:56, which is pretty slow. But then I'm not a particularly fast driver. The AI are set to probably around 88 or 90, which is where I kind of find I am. But I'm hoping that as I progress in this game and play it more, that I'll actually get better at this,
Crossing first.
get faster. That's the idea anyway. I think I stamped on the brakes a little too early then. The track's getting a bit rubbered up now, so I could probably do turning the traction control down a little bit. But I haven't mapped a button to do that. Bit tight and nearly went all the way over. I should catch it in time. Just trying to outbrake the McLaren a little bit. And done that again. So this is just a sign of poor driving, not being consistent. And coming into the corner with way too much speed. I'm not very good at finding that balance of where the limit is and then staying on the limit and driving on that limit. Trying to chase down the car in front now.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 2.
Managed to brake a little later then than I usually do. Save me a touch of time. absolutely love the sound that this Nissan makes. So they're a bit lively coming out with the chicane there. Try and keep it within the grip threshold this time. Got a good run out of Ascari, hoping to make up some more ground down the straight. Try and make a move on him through the parabolica. Trail the brakes, gentle on the throttle. Where's the grip? There it is.
Okay, your leader is on the final lap down. Give it all you can. Well done, mate. Purple lap.
Again, slowed down a little too early for that. Lost a load of time there. That was really slow. My braking mark on the straight is usually at the 150 board, but I've been trying to push it a little further along. And with this corner I try to go in slow and come out fast. The mirrors unfortunately are shit. Although I have got their quality turned down, which was one of the things I did to get the VR running smoothly. But I do like to use the mirrors to see who's behind me, obviously, and how far away they are. But it looks like I've absolutely trounced the car behind, but chances are it's still there, it's just turned off. There he is. I just saw him coming into the parabolica as I glanced into the mirror. So I wasn't too far behind. Finished in 5th position. That wasn't too bad for the likes of me. But ACC definitely having a lot of fun with this. The VR aspect of it was a little bit fiddly to get working, but now I feel that I've made sufficient progress with that. Basically all it involved was using the latest NVIDIA driver, which solved a lot of problems. I'm not using asynchronous reprojection at all because it creates so much ghosting and horribleness. I know a lot of people have had to enable that, particularly the Oculus users. Steam's version of that is called video smoothing, but I've got it switched off. I've got my frame rate capped at 90 Hz or 90 FPS, whatever you want to call it. And then pretty much everything's on high, nothing's on epic. Post-processing is on low because I haven't got any post-processing features on, such as depth of field and motion blur. None of that's on. Don't need it in VR. What else? Mirrors, they're set to low. Anti-aliasing is on temporal, and I think it's high. So yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Foliage, I think that's medium or low. So I don't really pay much attention to the trees. But as far as this title goes, I think it drives so well, it drives so nicely, and although it only covers one series or the variations within the GT3, I think it does GT4 as well, but by and large it's the one series. It's still really good because I do like GT3 racing. I really love Le Mans and endurance, particularly with the LMP1 cars, but you know, this is just as fun from my point of view. And it does certainly feel like a much more serious sim. I have the pit limiter on just for authenticity. I love the way the AI just fly into their bays. There's my spot. Stalled it. Turn it off, ignition off, whatever. Anyway, if you got this far into the video, then congratulations and thank you very much for watching. This is certainly a title to get into if you like sim racing and you haven't actually had a go at this yet. If you want more mediocre driving from me, then stay tuned to my channel and I'll bring some more stuff soon. Thanks a lot. See ya.